Hello to my little friend!
Hello and welcome to Smash List. Today we are going to count down the top 10 drug lords of all time, based on their wealth, power, and influence. These are the men who built criminal empires by smuggling, producing, and selling illegal drugs, often using violence and corruption to achieve their goals. Let's start the countdown. At number 10 we have El Chapo. Joaquin Guzman, better known as El Chapo, is the former leader of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most powerful and notorious drug trafficking organizations in Mexico. He is famous for his multiple escapes from prison, his lavish lifestyle, and his brutal war with rival cartels. He was captured for the last time in 2016 and extradited to the United States, where he was sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years in 2019. The 9th spot goes to Carlos Lehder. He was a Colombian-German drug lord who co-founded the Medellin cartel with Pablo Escobar and others. He was responsible for creating a cocaine transport network on a private island in the Bahamas, where he had his own airstrip, planes, and security forces. He was also a neo-Nazi sympathizer who wanted to overthrow the Colombian government. He was arrested in 1987 and extradited to the United States, where he cooperated with the authorities and received a reduced sentence of 55 years. He was released in 2020 and deported to Germany. Coming in at number 8, we have the Orihuela brothers. Gilberto and Miguel Orihuela were the leaders of the Cali cartel, the main rival of the Medellin cartel in the 1990s. They were known for their low-profile and sophisticated approach to the drug business, using bribery, money laundering, and legitimate enterprises to conceal their activities. They controlled about 80% of the cocaine market in the United States and Europe at their peak. They were both captured in 1995 and imprisoned in Colombia, until they were extradited to the United States in 2004 and 2005, respectively. They pleaded guilty to drug trafficking and money laundering charges and agreed to forfeit over $2 billion in assets. They are both serving 30-year sentences in federal prisons. At number 7, we have Jose Gonzalo Gacha. Also known as El Mexicano, Gacha was one of the founding members of the Medellin cartel and a close associate of Pablo Escobar. He was a ruthless and violent enforcer who specialized in assassinations, kidnappings, and bombings. He was also a major player in the emerald trade and owned vast properties and businesses in Colombia. He was killed in a shootout with the Colombian police in 1989, after a tip-off from his former bodyguard. The 6th spot goes to Khun Sa. He was a Burmese warlord who controlled a large portion of the Golden Triangle, a region in Southeast Asia where opium and heroin are produced. He claimed to be fighting for the autonomy of the Shan ethnic group, but he was also involved in drug trafficking, arms dealing, and human trafficking. He had his own private army, called the Mong Thai Army, which fought against the Burmese government and rival factions. He was one of the most wanted men by the United States and Thailand, but he enjoyed protection and support from China. He surrendered to the Burmese authorities in 1996 and retired to Rangoon, where he died of natural causes in 2007. Coming in at number 5, we have the Ochoa brothers. Jorge, Juan David, and Fabio were brothers and key members of the Medellin cartel. They came from a wealthy and influential family of cattle breeders and businessmen, and they used their connections and resources to facilitate the cocaine trade. They were also involved in politics and social projects, gaining popularity and respect among the locals. They were all arrested and imprisoned in Colombia in the 1990s, after turning themselves in under a deal of no extradition. Jorge and Juan David served 5.5 years each, while Fabio served 5 years, and then was arrested again in 1999 and extradited to the United States, where he was sentenced to 30 years. Jorge is still alive and free. Juan David died of a heart attack in 2013, and Fabio is still in prison. The 4th spot goes to Dawood Ibrahim, the Indian crime boss and the leader of the D Company, a transnational organized crime syndicate based in Mumbai. He is accused of being involved in drug trafficking, money laundering, extortion, murder, terrorism, and multiple bombings, including the 1993 Bombay bombings that killed 257 people and injured over 700. He is also alleged to have links to Al-Qaeda, the Pakistani intelligence agency ISI, and the Indian underworld. He is one of the most wanted fugitives by India and the United States, and is believed to be living in Karachi, Pakistan, under the protection of the Pakistani authorities. At number 3, we have Semyon Mogilevich. the Russian-Israeli crime lord and the boss of the Red Mafia, one of the most powerful and influential criminal organizations in the world. He is involved in a wide range of illegal activities, such as fraud, money laundering, arms trafficking, drug trafficking, prostitution, and nuclear weapons trading. He has connections and interests in various countries, including Russia, Ukraine, Hungary, Israel, the United States, and the United Arab Emirates. He is considered a major threat to global security and stability, and is wanted by several countries, including the United States, where he is on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list. He lives freely in Moscow, where he enjoys immunity and support from the Russian government. The runner-up is Amado Carrillo. Amado, also known as the Lord of the Skies, was a Mexican drug lord and the leader of the Juarez cartel. He was known for his innovative and ambitious methods of transporting cocaine, using a fleet of planes, helicopters, and jets that he owned or leased. He was one of the richest and most successful drug traffickers in history, with an estimated net worth of $25 billion. He had alliances and conflicts with other cartels, such as the Sinaloa cartel, the Gulf cartel, and the Cali cartel. He died in 1997 after undergoing a plastic surgery procedure to change his appearance and evade the law. However, some people believe that he faked his death and is still alive somewhere. And finally, our top spot goes to Pablo Escobar. Known as El Patron, he was the founder and leader of the Medellin cartel, the most powerful and notorious drug trafficking organization in history. He was responsible for supplying about 80% of the cocaine consumed in the United States and 90% of the cocaine market in Europe. He was also involved in terrorism, corruption, and political influence, often clashing with the Colombian government, the United States, and his rivals. He was one of the wealthiest and most influential people in the world, with an estimated net worth of $30 billion. He was also a controversial figure, who was admired by some for his charitable and social projects, and hated by others for his crimes and violence. He was killed in a rooftop shootout with the Colombian police in 1993, after escaping from his self-built prison, La Catedral. That's it for our list of the top 10 drug lords of all time. What do you think of these notorious criminals? Do you agree with our ranking? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.